Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome to the channel. I normally don't make videos like this, and I want to go ahead and apologize in advance for my voice because I sound a little nasally because I'm kind of sick at the moment. But big news today. Actually, today was the 10th anniversary for Minecraft, and they came out with a huge announcement saying that Minecraft Earth is coming to mobile devices, which is basically a whole brand new game with augmented reality, kind of like Pokemon Go and other games, you know, sort of like that. But I'm actually super interested in this, and I think we're going to go over some of the details for it really quick and voice my opinion on it. So yeah, let's get into it. So I think the first thing I want to go over is the trailer. Watching through the trailer, like there's really cool like informational parts that you can kind of get the feel of like what the game's going to kind of be like and bring to the table. The first thing I noticed was when she pulls out her phone and she places down the tree house like next to her house and everything. I think that's really cool because I think you're going to be able to like build stuff in the game, and then you'll have it in like an inventory maybe, and you can place it out into the world after you can actually like take the time to build it and then place it somewhere. After that, we see her riding down the street on her skateboard, where you can see a bunch of blocks and trees popping up around the world. I think that's going to be like actual natural resources and stuff like that showing up in the real world once you're looking around with your phone, which is going to be like how you actually interact with the world and build resources and put them into your inventory to start building your own stuff and surviving, I guess. We see a couple of different mobs hanging out around the world, like with the chickens, and then you see an enderman and a llama chasing her around and stuff like that, meaning that, I guess there's going to be actual mobs roaming around the world that you can either, probably kill for different resources, or you can try to, like, collect them and put them in different places around the world, like your base or whatever, which is really neat. This one is probably the most interesting to me, which you see like a little girl in a diner, and then you see the build on top of the table in front of her. I think that is going to be what the actual build mode is going to look like, where you can actually have like a smaller scale of it in front of you, and you can place all your blocks around and stuff like that. And then I think once you do that, it'll probably put it into your inventory for you to place out into the world, which I think would be really cool. But obviously it's just an announcement trailer, could be subject to change or different when it actually comes out. She starts heading off into town and everything, and then you see this big huge octopus build that somebody did, where it actually is moving up the buildings and stuff like that. I think that's a really cool like visual representation showing off like how big and like crazy your builds can get in the game, which it would be awesome to like go around like a really populated area and see some huge builds going on. This is the one thing that I didn't really understand. I don't really know how it's going to work as well. Maybe it's like, so she goes past a cave and you can see the ores and stuff like that in the cave, which obviously that would be a great way to get your resources, but I don't know how the caves would actually work unless it's like the caves are generated as houses or something like that. Like you go inside of a house or something, and then that's like it in the game it's a cave, because obviously you're not going to be able to just bring a shovel around with you and dig down into the earth. A little bit later into the trailer, she comes across these two kids who are kind of sitting on the fence and looking at this big, like, nice little house or whatever that they've made. I'm assuming that's to signify the fact that you can do co-op builds and work on stuff together, because it looks like they're like, all right, yeah, we did it. We built this sweet house. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Then after the trailer kind of comes to a close a little bit, she gets back to her house, and then you see her put like a tower up on top of her house. I think that's actually really neat, because that means like you're going to be able to put little builds and stuff like that around your house, which would be kind of cool, because then if you wanted to, you could go to your friends' houses and stuff like that and see their little like towers and little gardens, and I'm assuming you can farm and stuff like that maybe. So like just seeing what people build around their house to kind of like build up the atmosphere would be really neat, just to go and like even just driving by somebody's house and seeing what they've built in their own yard would be kind of cool. So moving on from the video, we're going to go into the FAQ section on the website a little bit, kind of dive in and see what kind of information we can get from that. So yeah. First section is, what is Minecraft Earth? It's basically just saying that it's an augmented reality game on your mobile phone where you can bring Minecraft into the real world. And it says, through a lens, you'll be able to build creations with your friends and place them into the world at life size, which is a pretty big thing. I think that's what you see in the trailer the most, is the fact that they're using like smaller builds. And even in some of the screenshots on the website, you can see them all standing around the build and stuff like that. But then when they place it into the world, it's an actual like big like actual scale thing. You'll discover exciting new mobs to use in your builds, and you may need to put your survival skills to the test as you explore a new side to your neighborhood and battle Minecraft mobs in real life. So I'm assuming like it's not just a building game anymore. There is even a screenshot with like having the little like tool hut or whatever up, so you're gonna actually be able to fight mobs and stuff like that. And with the whole use mobs in your builds thing, I would assume you could be able to like collect like passive mobs like chickens and stuff like that and make like a small farm or whatever at your house, which would be really cool. Next section is how much will Minecraft Earth cost, and it says Minecraft Earth is going to be a completely free to play game, which is really exciting, which means you don't have to actually pay anything to get into it. And then it says what platforms will it be on, and it says Minecraft Earth is coming to iOS, which is for your Apple devices, and Android this summer on AR capable devices. If I'm not mistaken, I've already signed up for the beta or whatever, and it said that I would need an Android 7 or higher. So, I mean, as long as you have like a somewhat like recent phone with like augmented reality capabilities, you should be fine. The next section we're looking at is how do I get into the Minecraft Earth beta, and it basically just says that it's coming to iOS and Android this summer, and as with all the betas, the number of participants will be limited, but we anticipate it rolling out to hundreds of thousands of players, which is a lot. And then it says for you to sign up for the beta, you have to be 18 years or older. I'm assuming that's just so kids aren't running around on the streets and stuff like that causing mayhem or trespassing or anything. Kind of like all the stuff that happened with Pokemon Go when it first launched, though. So they're probably just trying to, save themselves all the trouble from that. But I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description for the actual sign up page, so you guys can try to get into that if you don't already know where it is. So for signing up for the beta, you do get like a little free skin, which is I guess a limited time thing, and it doesn't say really for sure whether it's for the console versions or not, but it says Bedrock Edition, which I think is the console versions as well. I'm not positive on that, but it says when will I get to, the Minecraft Earth skin for signing up for the beta. Apparently they're going to send you an email after you register within 24 hours, which will give information on how to claim it. So there's that free little skin. What regions will Minecraft Earth be supported in? We're committed to bringing Minecraft Earth to the entire Earth, but we'll roll the game out gradually to ensure everyone has the best play experience. And it also says that it will support the same languages as regular vanilla Minecraft. So anything that's already put into the regular Minecraft game as far as like languages and translating and stuff like that, it looks like they're going to go ahead and already have that ready to go for this. The next one is when will it be released? They're doing a closed beta in the summer. They've said it a couple times. What about player safety? This section basically just says that they're going to have parenting accounts, basically, where you can keep track and change the safety and privacy settings of like your kids' accounts if you're doing it like that. And they're also going to have a reporting system in the game which will allow players to actually report stuff that may be concerning or may want to be removed, like sections of the game maybe from certain areas or whatever, to keep people safe. And they're going to have a 24/7 team, like a moderation team, to manage all those reports and stuff like that to keep everything running smoothly. So that's good. The sign-up form is asking for a lot of data. What will you do with it? It's basically just saying that the email address or whatever that they take is so that they can send you the free skin. And then the rest of the information is how they're going to determine candidates for the actual beta programs themselves. So it doesn't look like they're going to be doing anything malicious or anything, which I wouldn't imagine they would with that information. Just in case you don't actually want to participate in the beta, which I'm not really sure why you wouldn't, but just in case you don't, apparently there's a page that it'll take you to remove your sign-up data if you've already put it on there. So I guess that's nice of them, just in case you didn't actually want to be in it. But you'd have to have a particular reason, I guess. And then the last one is, will Minecraft Earth have loot boxes? And it just says no. So that's really good. It doesn't look like there's going to be any I mean, there could be microtransactions, but as far as loot boxes go, it doesn't look like it. I would assume that means no microtransactions, but with it just saying loot boxes, I can never be sure. Plus, mobile games really thrive off of like small microtransactions and stuff like that, so we'll have to see how that pans out in the future. Anyway, that's about going to do it for me. I'm actually super excited about this. It looks super cool from just the trailer and stuff like that. And I mean, I figured they were going to do something kind of interesting for the 10-year anniversary of Minecraft. I would love to hear what you guys actually think about this, because, I mean, it's pretty cool. I was a really big fan of Pokemon Go when it first came out, and then it kind of died out. But I mean, I think the augmented reality would actually work pretty well with this, especially like going around in like big cities and stuff like that. You're going to be able to see some really cool builds that people put together. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you thought this was helpful or the insight was cool or whatever, I don't know, leave me a like. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video some other time. So thanks for watching. See ya.